Bet you didn't think you'd be seeing me again so soon. But another 250 come and gone. We've completed Pathfinder this time. And to be honest, Pathfinder was one of the easiest ones. Like, coming out of Beast Tamer into Pathfinder, I was expecting a little more difficulty than I ended up finding. And the main problem is, after you get to 220, the grinding is pretty much just right attack, left attack, in whatever map you choose to use, and you do that till 250. But anyways, the equipment I used, once again, I'll go through all the equipment this time because this is my first archer I've been doing, so I'll show off all the gear that I'll be using for the rest of the archers. But my drop gear is still the same for all of my 250s. Using a pendant of spirit always for the EXP. A very, very overpowered ancient bow. Almost unnecessarily so, but it definitely helped me get through areas before I had the arcane force. Because doing this character, I didn't even have enough meso to level up my symbols to get the 1.5x damage, so having this weapon definitely helped. 22 star belt. And now for the archer equips that I'll be using. Honestly, some of these are quite over-tuned for getting to 250s, but having extra stat is definitely nice. These ones that are epic still, I'm waiting for a double miracle time to try to get those to unique 15% or even legendary if they tier up that way. But as they sit right now, with the other equips that I have, they're strong enough to get me to 250, so I don't feel like I need to even bother messing with them until a DMT comes up. Also, yes, this doesn't have a potential. I only noticed that when I was 240. I thought it had a 6% potential the entire time. Same drop earrings. Decent. Just a generic heart for Star Force. Nothing too good. A 22 star cape, this is really, really nice. All the extra attack you get from 22 stars definitely helps in the long run. A very okay secondary, nothing extraordinary. No potable badge, and 2-line in quotation mark emblem. For my V Matrix, always, maxed out decent holy symbol. Now for the majority of my time training this character, Guided Arrow was bugged so that it would only cast if you didn't one-shot a mob, which honestly with this definitely didn't happen often, so I didn't max this out, but if you're going for 250 on Pathfinder now, I would highly recommend maxing this out because it is invaluable. If it can one-shot mobs, it just increases your clear so much. Or even Tempest, obviously. And then the most important one, Deluge, Burst, and Torrent. Those are pretty much the 3 skills you'll be using all the way to 250. All the rest of these are okay. Shadow Raven isn't entirely necessary because he wasn't even one-shotting for me and I was drastically overpowered. So he's really only used just to use Raven Tempest, which is kind of a letdown, but oh well. Ancient Astra is just for killing elites or bosses, and then Combo Assault. It's a useful skill, but if you have Frenzy down, there aren't many times where you're going to be using it. So I don't think you need it as much as if you're using, say, Kishin or a Fury Totem, or even just training off of buff modifiers in general. And then the rest are just pretty much generics. Now for the training locations, 200 to 210. For the first time ever, I was so strong at 200 that I actually decided to train in Hidden Cave with the Arma's followers. And it actually turned out really good. This was my fastest 200 to 210, clocking in at just about 55 minutes for 10 levels. That was with all the XP buffs, but this map is super, super nice. You pretty much just stand here in the middle, and you can just flash jump your way through, clearing everything, and then when your Raven's off cooldown, I toss him behind me, and then he'll catch up to you when you're coming back, and you'll cross paths with each other. So you're pretty much clearing both sides of the map, one with your Raven and one with you, and then you just meet it back in the middle and swap places. And then by the time it gets to the other side, it'll expire, and then you just wait out the cooldown, kill the mobs, etc., and then just keep leveling here. Then for 210 to 220, nope, was that one? No, that was the Beast Tamer. I was in Biddy Bopple one. This map, pretty much the same premise. It's super easy. You can just stand in the middle. Let me buff up so I don't get knocked around all over the place. You can just stand in the middle and attack left and right, and then just throw your tornado if it's off cooldown to one side, and then just focus on one, and then just keep turning your tornado around so it's staying on its side. Now, if you had a Lucid Soul, which I didn't for the majority of this character, I still don't even have one now. I was gonna try to get one, but I was leveling so quickly, it just wasn't gonna work out that I could get enough Lucid Clears to get the soul, so I ended up not even bothering. But if you do have a Lucid Soul, you could set Lucid Soul on one side if it one-shots, and that'll take care of the entire side, and then you could honestly just stand here in the middle and clear what's just right around you. Wouldn't be that bad. The leveling speed for this class is insane. Actually insane. It's so good at clearing maps. Then for 220 to 225, or in my case I did until 230 because it was just super duper easy, you go to Occupied Dance Floor 1. Now, in hindsight, you could really do any of the maps. Rev 3 is pretty good, but it has awkward movement for me. This map is the start of the downfall of my enjoyment for Pathfinder, mostly because when you have Frenzy Totem, the most efficient way to train is just attack left, attack right, attack left, attack right, and then just when your Raven's off cooldown, toss it down, and it'll go to the sides and pick up any stragglers that aren't walking towards you. And you just clear like this, and even it's really easy, and it looks pretty good, and it gets really good rates for how much effort this takes, but just, it's so repetitive, and it's so monotonous. When you're in the 240s and each level's taking about 8 to 10 hours per level, and all you're doing is pressing left deluge, right burst, left deluge, right burst, it gets very boring. The only other skill you use is Raven Tempest, and I'll make that apparent in the final training area that I used because of just insanely how simple it was. CLP, as everyone knows, this is pretty much the easiest map in the universe for Pathfinder to train on because you hit everything. Literally everything. There's not a single mob on the map that you cannot kill just standing in the middle here, attacking left and right. And you get really good EXP rates. With all the EXP modifiers, I was getting upwards of 24 mil per second EXP, which is competitive with some of the best farmers for my 250s so far. I think the best rate I had consistently was on my Zero with 31 mil per second, but Zero is an entirely different beast because of how ridiculous his clear speed is. But this is one of the best maps for Pathfinder because of how simple it is. It's mind-numbingly easy. It's so easy, in fact, that I was able to watch about 14 seasons worth of anime while training this character to 250 because literally all you do is attack left, attack right. It couldn't be simpler. It doesn't take any brain power to do. And then when you need to loot, you just get over to this corner. Oh, do we just get a droplet? Ooh, amazing. And you just use Raven Tempest, drop in, turn it around, and even while you're looting, you're full clearing the map if it's not getting stuck on mobs by lag. And then you just go back to killing. And the convenientest thing is Raven Tempest is a 2-minute cooldown, which means you cast it, you loot everything. By the time it's up again, that's your loot timer. You don't even have to set a loot timer for yourself. You don't have to pay attention to the game hardly at all. You just look back, oh, Raven Tempest is off cooldown. Oh, time to do a loot cycle, and you just do your loot cycle and go about your life. It's so easy and so fast. But this isn't the best EXP rate. The best EXP, and a lot of Pathfinders have more than likely figured this out, higher level mobs, better EXP if you can clear them. MTS2 has the best EXP rate for Pathfinder that I found. I was getting upwards of 33 mil per second as I was clearing. And honestly, there's no real rotation for this. It's just if you have your cooldowns, use your cooldowns. But I try to keep everything, like if I'm using Raven Tempest, I like to keep it on the left side of the map, and then I'll take this right side. And if I had a Lucid Soul, this would be even better than it was, because I would set Lucid Soul down here, and then just stand in the middle here with Raven Tempest clearing the entire left side. But like I said, there's no real rotation to this map. When everything's off cooldown, all I really did was just jump my way in a circle. Just jump up to the middle, clear everything as you go, and then just work your way in a circle. The only annoying thing is those ladders right there. But yeah, you just jump your way through the map, and you just kill everything. And you just keep doing the circle until your cooldowns are up. And then Raven Tempest is off cooldown. go to the middle, drop it there. It'll get stuck on the E-mob, which will clear that side, which is handy, and then yeah, just stand here and kill this side of the map. It's super, super, super good EXP, and if you want the best EXP for the best bang for your buck, I should say, you definitely want to be training here. But if you want to go the easy route, the saving your wrists route, definitely stick with CLP like I did. It's quite a bit slower in the long run, but it'll save your sanity by not having to focus on Pathfinder. I'm honestly kind of disappointed. I was really hyped coming into this, and although this class is incredibly, incredibly flashy, the fact that everything revolves around Deluge and Burst, just the fun drained out of this class so quickly once I got into Arcana. Because I realized very quickly that, oh no, this is what I'm going to be doing for the next 100 hours. I'm going to be looking left, attacking, looking right, attacking. And honestly, when I got here to Esfera, it was a nice breath of fresh air that I was able to jump around and use my skills again. Because in CLP, there's really no room for optimization. You don't have any reason to use any skills other than Burst and Deluge. Well, besides Raven Tempest for your loot cycle, but this class has so many unique skills that are decent for training that just don't see any use because Burst and Deluge is so powerful with Frenzy. But I'm rambling on now. That was Pathfinder. It was quite an easy 250. Honestly, I'd highly recommend it to any new players. This class is insanely, insanely strong. It would be a good jumping off point for the archers, for anyone new to the game. But for now, I don't know what 250 I'm going to do next. I've got a few in mind, but I've gotta track down a weapon for a couple of them if I want to do them. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any questions about Pathfinder or grinding Legion in general, ask down below. I'll be sure to respond to any and all questions. Well, I hope you liked the video. See you guys next time.